How many times have y'all had people in your game that had terrible target priority, and that is the reason why you lost? Because they did not know who to target. They go after the wrong one. I had a Daredevil the other day that would only fight Emma, wouldn't go to the back line. It's a necessary evil that I keep telling you, stupid niggas. Because you need supports to be nerfed, but in order for supports to be nerfed, you need DPS to be nerfed. Because the DPS are overtuned and the supports are overtuned. That's why tanks are just sitting there like this, hands in our pocket. Well, yo, what up, homies? As always, man, I appreciate you guys for clicking on the video. Yo, y'all been on my head since I didn't upload in a couple days. I'm like, dang, bro, Rio, where the video at? I'm like, hey, bro, my bad, bro. You know what I mean? So thank you guys all for the shares, the like, the comments. I'm glad you guys enjoy the content, bro. It's always love. I just want to say, though, like, wholeheartedly, I know a lot of us go through it. And I just want to say, you got to take risk in life. You got to embrace failures. Sometimes that just comes with friendships, not just a business deal. That comes with going out, trying to find somebody to love, the people that you put in your circle. So embrace and take those risks with who you have around you. And sometimes it's okay to lose those people too. That's also a risk. You know, you got to remove certain people that's not meant to be in your life. And I love y'all, man. As always, I really do. You feel me? Yo, I just want to go ahead and let you guys know, go ahead and skip this part coming up right now and just go to the rest of the video where I talk about everything else. More in-depth conversation over there, right? I need a moment to really cuss out the community. So just bear with me for a second, all right? The part where the community is driving me crazy, I'm not even going to lie. Let's get into some takes real quick. The alt nerf change has really exposed a lot of people. But wait, we're going to go even deeper. The hatred for supports and the hatred from supports to DPS. We got to talk about something. As a tank player, as a tank flex player, I'm tired of you two dirty niggas. I am straight up tired of you two dirty niggas. Every minute a DPS mindset. Healers are broken, man. Super uber duper broken, dude. They don't deserve it. Healers, DPS are trash. They don't get final hits. As a tank player sitting there watching you two grown niggas argue about who's more broken. It's like a fat nigga calling another fat nigga fat. Shut up, fatty. No, you fatter than me. You both unhealthy. I don't know what to tell you niggas. The thing that's so annoying is to hear these niggas complain and get mad. I got DPS players telling me, well, supports are boosted, man. You know how many times I got like 5 or 6 deaths and my support have none when we win the game? Am I stupid, nigga? Shouldn't you feel happy about that you done defended your backline? But you're mad? I want them to aim. Supports don't aim. There's a lot of DPS that don't aim. I got friends who play strictly dive because they don't aim on hit scan. Dog, this community is so stupid. Let me tell you why. Let's get deeper, though. Let's get deeper. So we're banning main healers, which I agree with. Take cloak out. Ban based on your rank. That's what I keep telling people. People getting mad at me because I'm trying to push a flex mindset. So you niggas are against a flex mindset? You niggas don't understand that a year plus in, we're going to look at this game 5 years later and still be okay with a one trick, my nigga? A one trick most of the time don't do nothing because in a lot of your ranks, that player that's a one trick and most times isn't good enough to carry the team without swapping to become better for the team. Let me tell you where I draw the line though. Niggas ban main healers. I'm not saying don't ban them, stupid. Listen, I say ban for your rank of what you know you can do. Niggas will see their sheeps. This community's pussy because all they do is follow other players, other YouTubers, other streamers. That's all they do. They're goofies. Let me tell you why. They'll see them ban supports, but the higher ranked players know why they're doing it. Dummy. You can't do it because as a DPS, you still go out there, standing in the middle, shooting like you a tank. Why? Because you niggas don't know how to play corner. You niggas don't know how to peek. That is the problem. And a lot of y'all don't be getting what I'm saying. For your rank, ban for your rank. Y'all are regurgitating. You hear other higher ranked players say, oh, such and such is broken, dude. Yeah. You can't play without that healer. You can't play without that healer. Because if y'all could, you wouldn't have hated Ultron. If y'all could, you wouldn't get mad at Mantis, but you don't play corner. And that's also a double-edged sword because maybe y'all got a Mantis and the other team got Cloak and Dagger or whatever. But there's teams that know how to do it. They know how to play around it. There's MRC teams that know how to play around it. But guess what? You don't know how to play around it because a lot of you niggas are like the stupid niggas from Call of Duty. Let me tell you why. Y'all, I said this the other day. Y'all remember in Call of Duty when you got an attack helicopter kill streak and you start killing people? That chopper over there just waiting. Oh, dumb nigga. Oh, dumb nigga. And your kill streak keep going up and the nigga respawn here in the attack helicopter in the air and still do, oh, I'm back, and run out there. Oh, dumb nigga. That's the problem with the community. These niggas hate cover. But I'm going to tell y'all something very deep that you don't want to hear. And only common sense people are going to get this. Y'all hate supports. I do think supports are boosted. A lot of them. And a lot of supports will be able to tell you that. I don't think a lot of people understand. A good support player will tell you that most supports are boosted. I agree. We're on the same page. I agree with the DPS. But here's where I don't agree. See? Come here, dummy. Here's the problem. A lot of DPS players, they get on the game after watching a John Wick movie. They think they're him. You want to know what where the problem lies? Is that a lot of DPS that hate the main healers, that's the main way you win your games. A lot of you. And every rival player will tell you 99% of the community don't know how to play cover. So y'all know I'm not lying. A lot of you get bailed out with bad positioning, with bad gameplay, with bad game sense, with a burst healer that brought you back up from making a life-threatening mistake. And that's the problem because y'all don't appreciate being saved, but you hate, why would you save me? Why would you save me? What do you mean, why would I save you, dummy? That's the problem. Now, if the community was better and everybody knew how to play corner, absolutely, get them stupid healers up out of there. The thing that I'm saying is a lot of people are shooting themselves in the foot because you aren't good enough. A lot of y'all don't even play cover. A lot of y'all don't even know what counters what. I'm seeing the community. A lot of y'all see that people still don't shoot penny nest. Hello, name more squids. They don't do nothing. Strange will go up there and block the hella. Y'all won't even shoot her down. That's my problem with the community is that a lot of them are dumb. And this is the thing that I'm preaching for. The next thing that I'm preaching for the devs to actually give the community, and this is what I need. I need the end of the game stat sheet. Devs, come on, gang. I got to have another meeting with the rivals team. I need the end of the game stat sheet. I need it so bad. It would help the player base immensely. I don't think y'all understand how much that will actually help the community. Now, I got to talk about the healers. A lot of them are dumb. A lot of them are boosted. A lot of them have zero awareness, zero game sense. But to say every healer doesn't is blasphemy, okay? Because the average healer can't play the DPS role, and the average DPS can't play the healer role. Here's the funny thing. You put a high rank DPS player on support to deal with crazy dive, they couldn't do it. But they'll yell at the support to say, you should be able to deal with it. Nigga, you couldn't even deal with it. Niggas on DPS will tell you, we're still banning BP in 2026. Nigga, you go to support. I guarantee you he violates you back there with cat scratches. I guarantee you he violates you back there because you wouldn't be able to deal with it because your character, you ain't even going to be able to lock in like that. See, that's the problem with the community is that they don't understand. The mindset in the community is so backwards, my nigga, because they all look at it individually when it's supposed to be a team game. That's what I'm pushing. I show shorts and everything every day of how people hate teamwork. They hate it. I don't know what's wrong with you dumb, goofy niggas. And to sit there as a tank player, to see these niggas complaining about who's more broken. Do you know how frustrating that is to me after losing Cap's animation cancel? Huh? Do you know how frustrating that is to me after getting a 6-second delay on Angela's thrust? Huh? My charge? Huh? Do you know how frustrating that is to me after losing 50 shields, nigga? The thing that blows my mind is we want supports nerfed. I agree. I'm always for that. That's what my videos are about. Nerfing supports. But I'm not just that brain dead. There's a lot of brain dead content creators out here and people. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why I always call these niggas out. We have to remove people that's begging for personal gain. We have to remove that. Everything I push for is for the betterment and the balance of the game. Do I want supports banned? Yes. Do I want supports nerfed? Yes. But wait, there's more. DPS need to be nerfed too. DPS need to be banned too. You're telling me you're going to prioritize banning most healers and not ban Elsa? I had a nigga in my game tell me live on stream, yo, are we banning Elsa still? What season are you? She's not even good anymore. DPS players. My problem is, and this is my stance, 90% of you niggas are dumb. But nobody want to tell you because they want to prop you up as if y'all know what you're talking about. That's what I'm saying. A lot of these content creators, they're playing on your feelings of something. They're pulling on your heartstrings of things that they know you feel strongly about. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. Oh man, dive need to be buffed. What? Support slop. What? What? The game would be better if all supports were nerfed. That's half true. Because the game would be better if all supports was nerfed. The game would be fantastic. But it's a necessary evil that I keep telling you, stupid niggas. Because you need supports to be nerfed, but in order for supports to be nerfed, you need DPS to be nerfed. Because the DPS are overtuned and the supports are overtuned. That's why tanks are just sitting there like this, hands in our pocket. Well, I don't know what to do next. You feel me? It's so many things that players have to understand. It's so many things. There's so many DPS players that's running around thinking that damage is all they need to do. They don't play off angles. They don't know how to 1v1. Let me tell you something. I haven't seen so many players. This season is frustrating. Let me tell you why, but it's a good frustrating though, because it has exposed so much of the community. I'm not even gonna lie. A lot of y'all might not be with me with this one. The 20% all across the board alt nerf, shoot, we could do 30. I think we could do 30. Because once you start forcing the neutral more, you won't be complaining about those alts as much. You won't be complaining about the overtuned backline as much with their invincibility alts. I'm telling you, a lot of the secret to this game is in the neutral. But guess what? When you play in the neutral, guess what? When you do that, though, when you buff the neutral more, you expose even more bad players. You know how many GM and Celestial players are in gold right now? Plat. GM and Celestial. Do you know how many is in gold and plat? A lot of niggas don't know what to do. It's embarrassing. It's crazy on how these players are going about this game because they hate communication. If you ban these healers, communicate. I'm not talking about no stupid healer strike. I'm talking about knowing what to ban for you as a community. I don't know why you niggas are so dumb. Most of the people are dumb. You watch my stream every day. You probably hear me complaining on shorts, crashing out on shorts. You're probably thinking, man, it ain't that bad, Rio. There's no way it's that bad. You pull up in my streams and what happened? You know how many people come to my streams and be like, yeah, man, I actually take it back. I thought you was exaggerating. Didn't know it was this bad out here, bro. That's crazy, bro. Hey, bro, you should make a new account. This account is cursed. It's insane with the people that you get. It's insufferable. And the only thing else that I'm pushing for right now is the throwing. We need to, I know they're trying to lock down on the throwing, but just make it strict. Just go off the back. Just hammer down right away. Just hammer down right away. People giving up and leaving. You can't stop a person from making a decision, but you can definitely punish them to where we don't have to see them niggas no more making those decisions. You see what I'm saying? And that's what I'm looking for. Now, as I go deeper into video, I want to say this before I go deeper into video with what I'm going to say. And I'm gonna be dead honest. White Fox was a perfect character to me. White Fox is a character that I felt like the only thing she needed, and I keep saying this, she didn't need buffs. She needed quality of life changes. And the quality of life changes that I said that I felt like she needed was getting her tails back after all and starting the game with her tails. That's just common sense. I just felt like the devs forgot that. Let me tell you why. Giving a dive character healing over time is stupid. The problem why people don't like White Fox is because they don't know where to play her. They trying to heal bot when she's a certain type of team comp character. The problem with this game, DPS and healers alike, a lot of these niggas and some dumb tanks, a lot of these niggas want to play one character in everything. It's not meant for that situation. And people can't fathom that it's not meant for that situation. Yes, because you're supposed to come up with a team comp. It's a synergy. It's a play style, something that you guys are coming up with together. But sometimes you have a team with no synergy. Nobody has an understanding of what it is they're going out there to do. They're just picking a character and nothing's working because there's no comprehensive decision of what you guys are supposed to do. Dummies, I want to point this out right here. A lot of these people in your games, a lot of y'all will rank up more. A lot of us will rank up more if people actually understand target priority. That's where I'm at in the game. Niggas rather hate one role than learn target priority. How many times have y'all played with somebody? How many times have y'all had people in your game that had terrible target priority? And that is the reason why you lost. Because they did not know who to target. They go after the wrong one. I had a Daredevil the other day that would only fight Emma, wouldn't go to the back line. On stream, y'all saw it. It's insane to me. A lot of it is common sense, but this community just don't have common sense. A lot of this community also, the reason why I need the end of the game stat sheet in the game, during the game, is because I'm going to tell you guys this. This community don't understand what value is. I need y'all to timestamp this. This is one of the craziest things. It's going to sound simple, but I'm going to tell you guys this. This community don't know what value is. They don't know resource management. You could go back there with it, Angela. You're keeping off 3 of their teammates, which means it's only 3 of their other teammates fighting the front line. If it's 1 of me versus 3 of them and 5 of you versus 3 of them, how are we still losing? When they're burning all their resources back there, not even looking at the front line. A lot of them don't know what to do because they need you to carry, because it's a lot of boosted players in the wrong ranks. But I'm glad that the alt changes are exposing people. It's frustrating, but it's been making it better, cleaning up the community slower. That's why I say up it another 10%, put it to 30. A lot of them will lose their minds at that point. Put it to 30. They don't even know how to play the game. There's a lot of DPS players that think that they're the main character, wanting to play Elsa, going negative, Hella going negative, Jean going negative. Nigga, you know you could have made your life simple if you pick Squirrel Girl or Scarlet Witch, but you think you're too cool for that. Your favorite streamer don't play them, so you think you're too cool for that. But the objective is to win the game. You rather lose the game than play them, though. So you can't rank up, and now you're in loser queue. Guan got you in his lanches, nigga. That's where I'm at. The alt buff is pretty fire because all you're gonna do is spam that button. Right? All you're gonna do is spam that button. You get it for free. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't need to be CC immune during her ultimate, right? If she's CC immune during the... If she's CC immune during the ultimate, like, she's broken. Right? Here's why. I'm not mad at you. You just reminded me why I'm mad at the community. It's like, they make me so upset. Right? They make me so upset. Here's why it make me upset, right? I hate this game sometimes, bro. Oh my gosh, everything's a warning. Here's the thing that throws me off, right? Okay? Let's look at this, right? Let's look at this. Okay? The community eat crayons. okay? Let me just tell you guys what I agree with. White Fox getting the full stack after the ultimate, that's just common sense. That's a quality of life change. That makes sense, okay? I'm not talking about nothing else. I'm just talking about that makes sense. That is a #1 quality of life change that she needs was the tails, okay? Here's the problem with the community, right? The problem with the community is everybody don't want to fundamentally get better. So you put things in place to offset bad positioning and bad skill play, right? So I'm not good at reacting, but I want to help you rank up still with this character. So let me add some things to the character that'll help you out in your success. The thing that goes through with this for you guys to understand, it doesn't make any sense because the character is really good while being dove. The problem with why most White Fox players aren't successful is not because of the character, and it's not because she's not CC immune. The problem lies with how they implement and how they engage. Majority of this game is I have my button, I'm going to click it. The average player in this game is going to see the button and is going to click it. They have no communication, and with a lack of communication, the character exposes a lot of bad players. When you use White Fox, you coordinate, and when somebody goes in, be like, yo, what's the play? We go in, she enhances dive. So she is a big target. While she's a big target, they're going to focus her while small heals are going out. But also the dive is going to be so impactful that things aren't going to be able to keep their full attention on her because so much distraction is happening. The most powerful thing in the game is a coordinated dive. Bar none. I don't care what anybody tells you. It's not Hella Poke. It's not Jean. The most powerful thing in the entire game is a coordinated dive. And once you start making coordinated dives easier, the game becomes more difficult to deal with. But people don't understand that because they don't want to coordinatively get better. So when you go in with White Fox with another dive, you create so much distraction and so much chaos that she's gonna get success anyway. You're just gonna get success anyway. In majority of the times, if you do a coordinated dive, 90% of the time, maybe 100, you're gonna get success. It could be success in kills. It could be success with White Fox popping ult and just getting 2 support ults to go off, or getting a support ult to go off and getting a DPS ult to go off. Either way, you just left with extreme value to now overtake points. But people don't look at things like that. And that's why it makes me so frustrated because, and I'm going to go a bit further, Invis do not need self-shield heal. They're trying to do everything to self-shield heal or to heal. She doesn't need it. She just, if you give her the shield, take away the heal. A lot of players are just so bad and they don't communicate in a team-based game because they hate communicating in a team-based game that they feel offended if they don't have the heal on the shield. If you remove the heal on Invis shield, she is still an extremely top-tier character because the shield is there to outplay players and outplay big moves and outplay mistakes. Like, I'm not understanding. So let's go back to this, right? So Spectral Surge, new effect, casting the ability now provides 50 healing to White Fox, right? It gives her more sustain. She gets more sustain of a window. I'm not mad about it. It's just weird with the direction to how you have to buff. And this comes from the high level players too. This comes from so much wrong in the game. And this is why I hate so much of the community. Just simply because low rank, mid rank, and high rank is all asking for the same thing. This character needs to be buffed, right? Majority of the players are saying this character needs to be buffed. But in order for the game to get to a, you can't have perfect balance and you can't have amazing balance. You can have a step in the right direction. This character, this character, this character, and everybody else should be around this character's level. That's the thing that we don't want to talk about. Heal pool too. That's the thing we don't want to talk about is everybody else's healing should be around this character's level. And once you bring everybody else to this character's level or around, or you find some kind of way. Like Adam, people don't want to hear it. Adam is a perfect healer. People don't want to talk about that. Adam is a perfect healer, but most people hate Adam because these niggas exist. These niggas exist. That's why most people hate Adam. Here's the other thing. If you bring all of this down with the main healers to this or whatever, then you get to the point to where you can tone down your DPS damage. Once you get to tone down your DPS damage, you're looking at a way more acceptable, powerful neutral, powerful balanced game. Once you do that. But the reason why I can't take most content creators' points is because most content creators, most of them, I don't know if they have AA meetings on Wednesdays to where all of them are saying the same thing to say nerf healers and make that run as a thing in the community. I don't know if that's what they discuss at their AA meetings to say nerf healings, but all of them is regurgitating the same thing and don't want to talk about that you can't nerf healing without nerfing damage, and the damage needs to be turned down because you can't have a game where damage is the way it is with healing being toned down. It's not livable. It's not livable. But since majority of the content creators, the majority of the people play DPS, you don't hear that conversation. You don't hear people talking about stuff like that. You don't hear people pushing for the right thing because they're biased. They're biased in what they need. They're biased in what they're going for. That's why I hate most of these niggas, man. Like, I can't stand it because White Fox is a perfect representation other than the Tails coming back after you ult. Tails coming back after you ult is perfect. Tails coming back after you ult is perfect. She needed that. It just didn't make any sense. It just seemed like something was missing, right? The character's fine. People keep trying to use, here's the thing. People want to use every character in every comp. That's the problem with Rivals. That's the whole problem with Rivals right there, is that most people are ignorant and want to use every character they want in every comp. The game is designed for counterplay, but as soon as you bring up counterplay, these crust bucket niggas start thinking about Overwatch. They're dumb. It's not Overwatch. It's the way on how you adapt to what's happening with the team comp that you're using. So each character, each support is fundamentally better with certain team comps, but you can't tell most healers that because they only know, yo, I'm picking this. Okay, but you don't work for this team comp though. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes you can make it work if the other team is bad. You see what I'm saying? Or sometimes you can make it work if your team is just that much better than the other team. But you're supposed to swap. That's why you're supposed to know multiple characters. It's the same reason you want a player that knows multiple DPS. You're supposed to keep swapping in and out. That's why the game isn't role queue, so you could come up with a diverse team comp. But they don't want to hear that, though. They don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear a logical take. They don't want to hear a normal way of thinking with the game because they all want to see it go in the direction like niggas will tell you BP is back. Yes, ban him. Ban him. You come up across a demon. Once you come across a demon BP and once you come across a demon Spider-Man, even if you pick their counters, they're still going to get success because they're just that demonic. You know what I'm saying? Like, this can't be, dog. This can't be making me so mad, bro. It's because it's the people. Like, niggas will think Namor 1-for-1 counter Spider-Man. No, Namor 1-for-1 counters an idiot. A goated Spider-Man is going to play through that Namor all day. I hate the way I hate these people, bro. It's this community, bro. They be just driving me crazy, man. They just be driving me crazy, bro. They be driving me crazy. The game, let me tell you something. People want the game to be balanced until they see how balance feels, and then they don't like it. That's the problem. Everybody's screaming for balance. Then you get something balanced and you're like, ew, I don't like that. It doesn't feel fun. Balance doesn't feel fun. That's what White Fox is. White Fox is a balanced character, but niggas don't like the way balance feels. They don't like the way how balance feels. So now they want her to get OD buffs. Getting her tails after ult is a fair buff. The rest of these characters has gotten people so spoiled with the game that the game just seems like it's never going to get to that way of things being balanced ever, unless you just keep lowering the ult charge even more. Like it's at 20% now, shoot, get it to 30. The only way the game I feel like is going to get to a decent place is if these characters are going to be broke, well, if they're broke, well, make the neutral stronger. And once you make the neutral stronger, make it 30% ult. 30%, 35% ult charge reduction, whatever the case is. And once you do that, then even though these characters are broke, they're not spamming ults or dependent on ults. So now you're forced to actually play neutral and play the game, which is then still going to separate the average player in the game. Nigga, you know how many White Fox players I see that want a heal bot? Her heals just isn't that good. Yeah, that's because you're not supposed to be doing what you're doing. That's because what you're doing isn't what you're supposed to be doing. I just don't get it, man. This community, and this is why I get upset. This is why I get upset. Is because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Listen, I want y'all to pay attention because y'all are not dumb. The average, when things are going crazy in the community, and this is why I get upset. When things are going crazy in the community, because I've been trying to slow down in the things that I say. When things are going crazy, you see content creators saying, these things are too broken and it needs to be fixed, right? Then we get something regular and average, and the same content creators will be like, well, I do think she needs more of a buff to keep up with the rest of the healers. My nigga, what do you want? Huh? What do you genuinely want? What do you want? What do you want, bruv? Because I can't tell. Because every time their stance changes. You feel me? Every time their stance changes. And then when they get the buff, it's, yo, you got to ban this because it's broke. Then they start banning healers. White Fox ban, Invis ban, Cloak and Dagger ban, Gambit banned, Luna banned. Now you got 5 healers banned. But while you want 5 healers banned, you want to still get heal botted because you don't know how to play corner. You don't know how to play corner. So since you don't know how to play corner, you're crying about heals, but you ban the people that support you for your bad gameplay. That's what these overtuned healers do. They support your bad gameplay and your bad decision making and your bad positioning. They make you think that you're a better player than you are because they cover your bad mistakes because they heal you so much so you think you did nothing wrong. So when these healers are not in the game and you get regular healers, you start to think, man, my healers aren't healing enough. No, they just covered your mistakes and now you can't play because it's exposing how bad you intentionally was, nigga. I hate them, bruh. I hate these players. They get away with so much, but they want the healer role to main every single healer. They'll tell you main every healer. But here's the thing. These niggas are a one-trick magic or a one-trick BP or only play Moon Knight. But you want the healer to play 6 to 7 different healers. But my nigga, you struggle and you can't play 3 or 2. You can't even swap. So now the tank got to swap for you. I'm trying to understand the corresponding understanding of this game of how these niggas work. I'm trying to understand. I don't get it. I don't get it, bruh. Like, I genuinely don't get it. All right, I agree with the Deadpool stuff, though. Deadpool deserved that all around. Elsa, still broke. All she got to do is, like, she's still broke. She got too much movement and everything. She's still broke.
White Fox heals are sufficient enough for her role. She heals enough for a dive attack or a counter dive reaction.
Here's the thing. You give her too much. The reason why she didn't have sustained healing on her own is because she's meant to dive in with you. When she's diving in with you, do you know how broke it is for a healer to dive in with you and to be able to sustain herself? Do you guys know how insane that is? 50 health is a lot when you're about to die. If you can dive in and then be able to heal yourself, you are freaking nasty. You're nasty. Like, that's an issue within itself. That's why she didn't have the sustained heal, is because she's supposed to go in and it's supposed to be risky. It's supposed to be risky. You're supposed to be taking chances. Dog, the average DPS player don't even know how to take cover in this game. So I'm not going to listen to them when they have a take on freaking these characters, bro. It just don't make no sense to me. You know, it just, none of them don't even know how to take like cover. It's like these niggas never played COD. And when you played COD, they were the niggas running out there when you had an attack helicopter, making your kill streak keep going up. Because soon as they hear the helicopter up there killing everybody, niggas still walked out of spawn. Die, walk out of spawn. These are the dumb niggas that's on this game. These are the stupid niggas that's on this game, that play this game, that just keep running out there. Oh, I'm back. That's what they do. They're idiots. They're absolute idiots, bruh. But hey, bruh, it is where it's at. It is where it's at. The only way I see this game becoming more balanced, or close to, because this game could never be balanced, most games can't be balanced, is to, put the all charge to 30. Minus 30 all charge. This, let me tell you, the season already exposed so many niggas, right? The season already exposed so many people with just a 20% all charge minus. Oh my God. I've never seen Star Lords. I've never seen Punishers with so less final hits. I've never seen so many niggas that can't do anything on their own. It's absolutely embarrassing. And it shows that a lot of these niggas did not know how to play the game, and they were just waiting for that button to glow. Most of them, the average player, don't know how to play this game. That's why it's hard to listen to them. The average player. It just be ticking me off, bruh. It just don't make any sense. It just don't make any sense to me. None of it does. Yo, man, I just want to say thank you guys for all the love. Thank you guys for always dropping a like on the video, a hype on the video, a comment. You guys have been showing me so much love. I really do appreciate it. And thank you guys for all subbing up, you know, whatever the case may be. Shout out to the Patreon gang. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. We've been doing anime reactions and stuff on Patreon. Now I'm going to be starting Daredevil. So it's been fun. Especially this year, especially like with this channel. So I've been having a good time. Shout out to all the Twitch people and the YouTube gang. I love y'all. Thank y'all. Genuinely, I hope that you guys have a blessed day, bro. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I know some of y'all driving home listening to me, nigga. I got you, nigga. I know some of y'all are at work right now listening, nigga. I'm going to tell you, boss, this nigga listening to me and not working. Nah, but wholeheartedly, I love you niggas, man. Thank you so much. And I hope that you guys have a dope day. You feel me? Y'all take care.